What's happening? My name is the Spice King Keith Lorren, spiciest man in the world, Duke of Delicious, Kaiser, Curry, and the man who invented cooking. Listen, I got something special for you this holiday season. I got something that's gonna blow the socks off of your guests. But you're gonna have to hire some security because somebody's guaranteed to get slapped, all right? So I thought about making something different for you guys. I know you're tired of that traditional dead tasting turkey, that nasty, no flavor gravy, that dressing that's so hard you can throw it at people. You know, nobody got time for that. So I'm gonna be showing you how to do a platter this holiday season. So on our platter, we're gonna have 3 separate dishes, 3 separate exquisite dishes. We're gonna have a grilled jerk rack of lamb with a cucumber dill sauce, with a little bit of toasted pine nuts and brown butter. Look at that. For our seafood entree, we're gonna have some crab stuffed colossal shrimp with some seared scallops and a homemade lobster sauce. Finally, we're gonna have something different. A new spin on turkey. I'm going to show you how to make a deep fried turkey roulade, and inside of it is grandma's secret stuffing, and we're going to make it all nice and crispy, and we're going to top it off with some gravy and some trimmings. They're going to really love it. Now, my favorite part of this holiday season is all the sides, but I wanted to give you something that's traditional but a little bit different. So we're going to make, instead of the candy yams that everybody makes, we're going to make some candy glazed carrots, and we're going to put an oat crumble on top. We're gonna have some creamy whipped mashed potatoes, and we're gonna have a green bean casserole with sauteed mushrooms, crispy bacon, and crispy fried onions. Finally, we're gonna have a corn pudding souffle. It's really gonna knock your socks off. Are you ready? Now it's time to start our crab stuffed shrimp with our homemade lobster sauce and our seared scallops. I'm so excited. It's really simple. So I'll just brown some butter in the pan. This is about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna add a little bit of onions, a little bit of green bell peppers, a little bit of red peppers. So we're using all the different fall colors. See that? And a little bit of orange. There we go. And we're just gonna saute this and let the flavors come out. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a little bit of celery and I'm gonna cut it up real thin. But we need a little bit of the celery. That celery complements seafood really nicely. Now I'm going to take 1 slice of bread that I've toasted over the fire. So we're going to cut up our toasted bread in nice little pieces like that, because it's going to help hold some of the moisture in the crab cakes. I use just 1 slice of bread. There we go. I'm going to add this into our bowl. Now I'm going to take our sauteed peppers and onions and a little bit of that melted butter and put this in here. Look at that. A little extra brown butter in there. We need all that. Next, I'm going to take 8 ounces of lump crab. And I'm going to put our lump crab in here. And we just want to go through here and make sure there's no large shells or anything. We're going to give it a squeeze of lime juice, just to freshen it up a bit. There we go. We're going to add a little bit of the Keith Lorren Gourmet Seafood Spice. What I love so much about this is it's so flavorful, so aromatic. Tons of dill, sage, parsley, rosemary, and just a wonderful taste. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in there like that. I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of mayo, just to hold it all together. Nice spoonful of mayo. I'm gonna add a little bit of horseradish mushroom. I'm going to add a little bit of horseradish mustard. I'm going to add a little dab of fresh horseradish. Just a little bit. And now I'm just going to mix it all together. Just fold it together. Like that. Fold it together. Doesn't that look beautiful? You can just smell it. Finally, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh grated parsley, fresh chopped parsley. I'm gonna add a little bit of green onions, green scallions, some fresh cracked black pepper, there we go. Just a little more, just a small bit more of mayo. There we go, just a little bit more. There we go. To finish everything off, I have some fresh dill. Oh, it just smells so incredible. I'm gonna take a little bit of that fresh dill, just put it in there like that. Break it up with my hand, just a little bit. And we're good to go. Now it's time for the taste test. I'm so excited. I'm just grab a little piece like that and just. Oh yeah. Perfect. A little bit more lime juice. And we're good to go. Perfect. Time to show you how to butterfly the shrimp. Now, usually these colossal shrimp come like this. But what I did is I took my knife and I opened it up on the back side and just gave it a little slits so that it doesn't curl up. And then it's easy to press it down flat. And then I just took my knife and just ran it down the back to open them up so that they lie flat like that. Okay. So before we do anything else with everything, you know, we got to have a little bit of melted butter. So I got some butter in here and I got a little bit of garlic in here. Just scent the butter. Next, I'm going to come back with a little bit of the Keith Lorren Gourmet Seafood Seasoning. And I'm going to season the shrimp lightly with the seasoning. Look how beautiful that spice is, y'all. You know that's going to be perfect. Just a little bit goes a long way. Next, a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. There we go. And now we're going to just lay the shrimp out on our rack. And so I'm feeding about 4 people today. So each person is going to get 2 of these shrimp. Doesn't have seasoning. You just want to dust it lightly, you know what I mean? Not too much, a little bit goes a long way. You want to come in here with some of this crab stuffing, and you want to put the crab stuffing on top of each shrimp. Just like that. There we go. So you ain't never had no fall meal like this. They're really gonna be giving thanks when you cook these dishes. Trust that. My grandma June used to kick people out if they didn't eat everything on a plate. So listen, if y'all don't eat all this, y'all got to get to stepping. Get the hell out. And one thing that's funny is like when people would come over and they would eat, leave their dishes, she was like, all right, now y'all done ate? It was good? Uh-huh. Now it's time to do the dishes. And she would make them clean up. I used to think that was so funny. And you eat, ain't nothing for free. You're going to eat, you're going to have to clean up afterwards too. So now what I'm doing is I'm straining this garlic. We sauteed the butter with the garlic, but I don't want any of the brown garlic bits in here because I don't want it to, you know, get in the food because we're going to roast these at a high temperature. So I'm just getting the flavor of that roasted garlic oil. It's not what you're left over with. It's a pure garlic oil like that. So we're just going to take each shrimp and just put a little bit of that garlic butter, that garlic, roasted garlic butter on top of each shrimp. See that there? So as it roasts, all this get down in there, flavors everything. Don't that look good? You know it look good. Stop playing. Finally, we're going to take a little bit of paprika. You can use smoked paprika or regular paprika. I'm using a little bit of smoked paprika. And we're just going to dust it lightly, just like that. And these are ready for the broiler. We're going to put these on broil until they're nice and golden brown. Out a lot of the brown bits that was in the pan, not all but some. And I'm adding a little bit of butter in here. To the butter, adding some onions. This is our lobster sauce. A little bit of celery. Then you're gonna do a little bit of peppers. Different colors. There we go. we're also going to add some garlic. Add a little bit of fresh garlic. A lot of it of fresh garlic. Next, we're going to add our fresh lobster tail. And a little bit more butter. To this, we're going to add a little bit of the Keith Lorren Cajun seasoning. Now the Cajun seasoning is just going to give you some color, some extra flavor, give you a nice red color. A little bit of paprika. And we're going to take a little bit of the Keith Lorren seafood seasoning and put some of the seafood spice in there. Next, we're going to add a little bit of brandy. A little bit of cognac flambe. We're going to add a little bit of seafood stock. A little bit of seafood stock. We're going to add a little bit of a flour slurry. So this is just flour and water. Just a little bit to tighten up the sauce a little bit. And we're going to add a little bit of whipping cream. Look at that sauce, y'all. Yes. A little bit more slurry. Tighten that up. There we go. A little bit more seafood stock. A little splash of cream. And we're going to add fresh tarragon and fresh parsley. And then the sauce is done. Fresh parsley, some green onions, and a little bit of fresh tarragon. For just a little bit of heat, I'm going to add a little bit of the Keith Lorren Cognac Sauce to that, just for some little extra heat, you know. Perfect. And now I'm just breaking up a little bit of fresh tarragon in here. There we go. Our seafood lobster sauce is done. Look at that. Perfect. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter. I'm just going to let the butter melt in the residual heat, and that butter is going to tighten everything up. A little fresh cracked black pepper. And it's good to go. Family, as you can see, the crab stuffed shrimp came out perfect. See that? The only thing we're going to do is take a little bit of this fresh parsley and go over the top of each one. Like that. for you guys tonight. We have crab stuffed shrimp with a lobster sauce. We have a deep fried turkey roulade, and we have some jerk lamb chops with a cucumber dill sauce. And then for sides, we have candy glazed carrots with an oat topping. We have creamy whipped mashed potatoes, a green bean casserole, and a corn souffle.
Oh, yummy.
So hope you guys enjoy. Listen, you can get all of these recipes online. It's fantastic. I know you guys are gonna love it. I'll see you online.